नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी इति नामिने। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादिशतारिणे श्रीदेवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादिशतारिणे कि भजयो जय गौरा चांदे आरती को शोभा जय गौरा चांदे आरती को शोभा जानावी टाटावाने जगमन लोभा आनावी टाटावाने जगमन लोभा की बदकी निताय चा बामे गदाधारा निताय चा बामे गदाधारा निकाते अद्वैता श्रीनि वासचत्रधारा अद्वैता श्रीनि वासचत्रधारा की बभूषी अचे गौराचा रत्ना सिंहासने अचे गौराचा रत्ना सिंहासने आरती कोरेना ब्रह्मा आदिदेव गाने आरती कोरेना ब्रह्मा आदिदेव गाने की बनरा हरि आदि कोरी तामर दुलाया हरि आदि कोरी तामर दुलाया संजाया मुकुंदा बासु गौशादि गाया गाया मुकुंदा बासु गौशादि गाया कि बसंका बजे घंटा बाजे बाजे करताला बजे घंटा बाजे बाजे करताला माधुरा मृदंगा बाजे परामरसाला अधूरा मृदंगा बाजे परामरसाला गौरांगेरारति को शोभा जगा जनमाना लोभा गौरांगेरारति को शोभा
गौरांगे आरती को शोभा जगजन मन लोभा गौरांगे आरती को शोभा जग जन मन लोभा जग जन मन लोभा जग जन मन लोभा शिव बहु कोटि चंद्रजिनी वदन उज्ज्वला गला देशे वनमाला कोरे जलमाला किब शिवा सुख नारदा प्रेमे गदगाधर शिव शिवा सुख नारदा प्रेमे गदगाधा भक्ति विनोदा देखे गौरार संपाधा शिव जय जय गौरचंदे आरती को शोभा जानावी तटवाने जगमन लोभा नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नीति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद Jaya Shri Krishna Chaithanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Radha Madha Hari Radha Madha Hari Radhe Jaya Radha Govind Radha Govind Radhe Jaya Srinaji Gopal Srinaji Gopal Srinaji Gopal Jaya Srinaji Gopal Jaya Gauranitai 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 Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Bhakta Hanuman Sita Ram Lakshman Bhakta Hanuman Jaya Jagannatha Jagannatha Baladeva Jaya Subhadra Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol
अनंत बड़े वैष्णव भक्तवृंद की जय। प्रेम से कही जाए श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिराज गोवर्धन की जय। वृंदावन मथुरा धाम की जय। मायापुर नवद्वीप धाम की जय। पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथ धाम की जय। गंगा माई यमुना माई की जय। भक्ति देवी की जय। तुलसी महारानी की जय। हरिनाम संकीर्तन महायज्ञ की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद ट्रांसलेटर बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की जय। स्कोन फिनिक्स की जय। निताई गौर प्रेमानंद। All glory to the assembled devotee. Hare Krishna. All glories. Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga. All glory to Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Should start with repeat, okay?
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Piladadadaine.
Piladadadaine.
शीलतं कानकालाये इतो नरसिंह परतो नरसिंहो यतो यतो यामि ततो नरसिंह बाहे नरसिंहो हृदये नरसिंहो नरसिंहमदिं शरणं प्रपद्ये तव करकमलवरे राकाम् अद्भुतशृङ्गां दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुमृगां केशवदिता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल नरसिंह भगवान की प्रहलाद महाराज की मेरे को प्रेमानंद है।
Hare Krishna everyone. Welcome to Shri Radha Madhav Hari Dham. On behalf of our presiding deity Shri Radha Madhav Hari, we are happy you are here. So we have Bhagavad Gita class and then announcements and prasadam. For those of you who may want, maybe before the class is over, I'd just like to remind you that we have Rath Yatra next Sunday. We are doing it at the Tumbleweed Park BHO has put up a Makar Sankranti festival there, so we are joining forces with them, and we are going to take our chariot, our full-size chariot and our big deities to the park. And although the program is from 11 to 5, our chariot build-up team is going to be there from 8 to 11, building and decorating the chariot, and we have to take the deities up. If anybody wants to help volunteer, please join us there if you can. It's going to be from 8 to 11. And then at 11:30 we're going to have an arati there, after which we are going to have the parade. We are going to take the chariot to the park. So we are going to start our parade at the rec hall at Tumbleweed Park. So those of you who know about Tumbleweed Park or don't know, just go to the rec hall. That's where you'll see the chariot being put up, and we'll be taking there'll be a parade route just from there up to the park where our event is taking place, the Makar Sankranti festival is taking place. We hope to be there by 1 o'clock, so from 12 to 1 there'll be a parade, and there'll be a Bhog Aarti at 1 o'clock. And there'll be a lot of kirtan on the way, kirtan and dancing, and also kirtan at the site where we park our chariot. There'll be a lot of kirtan through the afternoon there. We also have a lot of children's activities planned, and also we have henna and face painting activities, and our, as usual, our bookstore, and we have some spiritual paraphernalia, especially Lord Jagannath's items will be there for sale. So please plan to join us next Sunday from 11 to 5, and we'll have a very small program at the temple in the evening, because we'll be at the festival all day from 11 to 5. There are some sponsorships available, so if you still have not sponsored, you're encouraged to help sponsor the festival. And everybody who has donated over $500 can participate in the arati. And when we take our chariot back from the park to the rec hall, there'll be another short parade as well. So this should be a lot of fun, and I hope that many of you, if not all of you, can join us next Sunday. Coming back to this evening, we have His Grace Anantha Chaithanya Prabhu giving our Bhagavad Gita class. We started a new chapter, chapter 5, and they will be reading verses 5 to 10 this afternoon, and he'll summarize the verses. Everybody knows Anantha Chaithanya Prabhu. He's a disciple of His Holiness Radhanath Swami, and he participates in giving Srimad Bhagavad classes on Tuesday mornings, and also as a fill-in like he did last week in the mornings. So we have Srimad Bhagavad readings from 7:35 to 8:15 every morning, and Prabhu gives a class most Tuesdays. And he also participates in our morning sadhana program. We have our Srimad Bhagavatam reading at 5:40 to 6 o'clock. And Prabhu also participates in a lot of our events, our festivals. He does a lot of seva in the background, and I'm very appreciative of that. And his favorite event that he takes upon his shoulders is Radhashmi. And I think you all are also becoming very fond of that festival, because we have Pushpa Abhishekam of our deities on that day, and it's been getting better, bigger and better every year. And I hope Radha Madhavari keeps him going in that direction. And I'm sure I've left out a few other things that he participates in, but it's a good kirtan year as well. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari, Jayo Radha Madhava, Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. गोपीजनवल्लभा गिरिवरधारी गोपीजनवल्लभ गोपीजनवल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदानन्दनं व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यमुनातीरावनचारि यमुनातीरावनचारि यमुनातीरावन जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजनवल्लभ गिरिवरधारी गोपीजनवल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदानन्दन व्रज यमुनातीरावनचारि 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 जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी 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 जय ओम विश्वपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य श्रोत्र श्री श्रीमद अभय चरणारविंद भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी शील प्रभुपाद की इस्कॉन ब्यूटी फाउंडर आचार्य शील प्रभुपाद की जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य श्रोत्र श्री श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की नामाचार्य शील हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गो गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिराज Govardhan ki all glory to the assembled devotees, all glory to the assembled devotees, all glory to the assembled devotees, all glories, all Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 5, verses 5 to 10. Yat Sankhya Prapyata Sthanam Tad Yogerapi Gamyate Ekam Sankhyam Cha Yogam Cha Ya Pashyati Sa Pashyati. Translation by His Divine Grace Abhay Charana Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. One who knows that the position reached by means of analytical study can also be attained by devotional service, and who therefore sees analytical study and devotional service to be on the same level, sees things as they are. Sanyasastu mahabhavo dukkham aptum ayogate yoga yukta munir brahma na chirena dhigacchati. Merely renouncing all activities yet not engaging in the devotional service of the Lord cannot make one happy. But a thoughtful person engaged in devotional service can achieve the supreme without delay. Purport: there are two classes of sannyasis, or persons in the renounced order of life. The Mayavadi sannyasis are engaged in the study of Sankhya philosophy, whereas the Vaishnava sannyasis are engaged in the study of Bhagavatam philosophy, which affords the proper commentary on the Vedanta Sutras. The Mayavadi sannyasis are also study the Vedanta Sutras, but use their own commentary called Sharirika Bhashya, written by Shankaracharya. The students of Bhagavat school are engaged in the devotional service of the Lord according to Pancharatrika regulations, and therefore the Vaishnava sannyasis have multiple engagements in the transcendental service of the Lord. The Vaishnava sannyasis have nothing to do with material activities, and yet they perform various activities in their devotional service to the Lord. But the Mayavadi sannyasis engaged in the studies of Sankhya and Vedanta and speculation cannot relish the transcendental service of the Lord. Because their studies become very tedious, they sometimes become tired of Brahman speculation, and thus they take shelter of the Bhagavatam without proper understanding. Consequently, their study of the Srimad Bhagavatam becomes troublesome. Dry speculations and impersonal interpretations by artificial means are all useless for the Mayavadi sannyasis. The Vaishnava sannyasis who are engaged in devotional service are happy in the discharge of their transcendental duties, and they have the guarantee of ultimate entrance into the kingdom of God. The Mayavadi sannyasis sometimes fall down from the path of self-realization and again enter into material activities of philanthropic and altruistic nature, which are nothing but material engagements. Therefore, the conclusion is that those who are engaged in Krishna conscious activities are better situated than the sannyasis engaged in simple speculation about what is Brahman and what is not Brahman, although they too come to Krishna consciousness after many births. Yoga yukta vishuddhatma vijitatma jitendriya sarva bhutatma bhutatma kurvan api na lipyate. One who works in devotion, who is a pure soul and who controls his mind and senses, is dear to everyone, and everyone is dear to him. Though always working, such a man is never entangled. Second last. A person in the divine consciousness, although engaged in seeing, hearing, touching, smelling, eating, moving about, sleeping and breathing, always knows within himself that he actually does nothing at all. Because while speaking, evacuating, receiving or opening or closing his eyes, he always knows that the only material senses are engaged with their objects and that he is aloof from them. One who performs his duty without attachment, surrendering the results unto the Supreme Lord, is unaffected by sinful action, as the lotus leaf is untouched by water. Om Ajnanatimirantasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Namaham Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मुखम करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयति गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारं वंशाकल्पतरुर्वैश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. So we are having Rath Yatra next week, and such a glorious occasion. Thank God I didn't go for 3 months to India. I would have missed Rath Yatra. So very happy that we are going to actually organize in the Makar Sankranti festival and everywhere, so that more and more people can gather, right? Lord Jagannath comes out from his temple to actually bless the whole world. Yes? Who cannot go inside the temple, he is actually accessible outside. The most interesting part of these verses, at least in the sixth one, it says, the Mayavadi, the Vaishnava sannyasis who are engaged in devotional service are happy in their discharge of their transcendental duties, and they have guarantee that they will return back home, back to Godhead. But the Mayavadi sannyasis don't. Yes? So after reading all these verses, what did we understand? Any clue? This sannyasi, that sannyasi, and then, I know the devotees know some part of it. But one time I was actually telling my sister, like she was studying for GRE and everything, and you have vocabulary over there, like you have to study for English. And so I was telling her that, you can read Bhagavad Gita, and then while reading, you'll get to know many words. You'll have study also, and then you'll have a spiritual benefit also. And so then, for a few days, I didn't hear anything from her. I told her that, whatever you understand, you just send me a recording. Maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And then, I'll hear what you're saying, what is the pronunciation, or, what you understand. And you express in English, so that your English gets better, So then, for many days, I didn't hear from her. And then I called her, and then I said that, why are you not sending, at least say something, right? I'm not going to share it with anyone. She's like, I don't understand anything. It's beyond, it's beyond. Because, and I was thinking that actually it is so true, right? If you take Krishna book, you can just, see the pastimes, you hear about them, it's very nice. But once we enter philosophy, it's gone. The boat has sailed long time back and everybody's sleeping, And I had taken my family to Vrindavan last year. And then even while doing the katha, as soon as you said Jai Radha Madhav, one of my sisters used to fall asleep. In the train. It is so loud, she'll fall asleep. And after, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, and they're like, oh, very nice, very nice. And then all the other sisters were like, dude, you were sleeping the whole time, what are you doing? She's like, no, he speaks so nicely. I'm like, at least there is some benefit, There is some benefit somewhere. But it's all above our head, All above our pay grade. And so at that moment I was thinking that actually, what does it mean, It's really gibberish. What does it mean, all of this Sankhya Yoga, Vedanta study and all that? Who has the time, right? Who has the time? But then I saw myself, the first time when we read Bhagavad Gita, and then when I read it now, there is such a big gap. And I was thinking that how did that gap, filled up? We might have so many interpretations of Bhagavad Gita. What's the general interpretation of Bhagavad Gita? If you ask a common person in India, obviously, what will he learn from Bhagavad Gita? Karma karo, uske बारे में मत, what is that? फल के बारे में मत सोचो, कर्मण्यवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन. Do not think, just do your duty. And over here Prabhupada says, a Vaishnava sannyasi does his duty. But then they don't read the second line. You offer it to Krishna. Yes? That offering part is obviously there, right? I was born in India, so obviously I offer it to the Lord. But how do you offer it to the Lord? मंदिर आते हैं ना जन्माष्टमी के दिन. Obviously I come for Janmashtami. Obviously I'm going to come for Rath Yatra. I am a devotee, right? I am a devotee. Then, but still, Prabhupada makes differentiation between Vaishnava sannyasis, Mayavadi sannyasis. And it says the Mayavadis fall down. Very big statement to be made out there. It's a very big statement. Because we are glorifying ourselves. Yes? It's not a good trait, right? Trinadapi sunichena tarorapi sahishnunam. Where did the Trinadapi sunichena go? Where is that humility? So then, that's why we have to be very careful. But it's only and only by the grace of the Lord that gap can be filled. Yes? It's very important to understand this point. That one can understand Bhagavad Gita only and only Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam and the philosophy of bhakti is only and only by the mercy of the Lord. If you read Bhagavatam 3rd canto, it's very tough. actually. 3rd canto, 5th canto. Nobody likes it. It's worse cantos, nothing is worse about Krishna, but it's actually the worst. And then 11th is the most hardest. There's so much philosophy going out there. And Prabhupada's disciples have written it, so it's much more bigger commentaries and purports, and Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says this, Jiva Goswami. When are we going to read all that? Actually I was talking to one of our devotees over here on the message, and they were like, we don't even know what Jiva Goswami has written. Yes? Forget about all the other acharyas out there. And the level of intelligence they have is unimaginable. You won't find it anywhere on the planet. No scientist, no Einstein, no Stephen Hawking can ever write that. They look like, cockroaches in front of Jiva Goswami. Like literally. But then one might say you might compare. But no, their intelligence is shown through what you are thinking, to what you are expressing and how it is. Right? So, being Rath Yatra next weekend, I know it's getting distracted, I don't know. So, let's focus. So, being Rath Yatra next weekend, so I was trying to connect these aspects, how Jagannath Puri can be connected to this. And there's one thing which I saw this year when I went to Jagannath Puri. And then, you have, who has been to Jagannath Puri? How many people? Right? Most of you, right? So everybody is a devotee, so everybody knows everything, so I can talk about philosophy, right? And then it can go above the head. But, so being in Jagannath Puri, then you call who? There are people out there, they'll take you to the Lord, right? Obviously, the middlemen, the pujaris, the pandas. And so we have our regular one. I got it, a contact from my friend. And then this personality, he said to us this year that, I am not just a common person in the temple. Because he will come in shirt and pant. He won't wear dhoti and the regular stuff. He will come in that. He will take us inside through the back door and this door and that door, right? And everybody will respect him. I'm like, this person has power. Nobody's saying anything. And he'll be chastising even the, the pandas over there. I'm like, he doesn't have the attire also. And then he was telling us, that even though I don't have the attire, but, I am from that hierarchy and this and that. I'm like, okay. Very nice, lucky us, fortunate. And so he was going to bring us prasad from somewhere. And then he's like, where are you right now? He called us. And I said that I am at Siddha Bakul. Does everybody know where is Siddha Bakul in Jagannath Puri? I know many of you have gone. Who knows Siddha Bakul? Who's been to Siddha Bakul? Obviously, right? Siddha Bakul, right? So not many people know, right? Yes, those of you who raise their hands, not many of us know Siddha Bakul. Yes. And then, but he is a local from that place, right? Yes. So it's very obvious to know what are the common places over there. And Siddha Bakul is like for us. Siddha Bakul is very sacred. Very, very sacred. Mahaprabhu actually, 500 years back, he took the neem twig of Jagannath, which he cleans his mouth with, the Lord. And then he took that stick and he put it in the ground, and a tree came out for Haridas Thakur to actually sit under and do his japa. And who's Haridas Thakur? He's a Namacharya, right? We say Haridas Thakur ki, Namacharya Haridas Thakur ki, Jaya. Such an important place. We go there to chant so that we get some Naam Ras, And this person had no clue. And he's a localite. He's a big person in the temple. Not our temple, not ISKCON temple. He's Jagannath Puri. He's gone and brought up over there. But he doesn't know it. And that's why when we go to Jagannath Puri and we attend Rath Yatra and so many festivals, right? It is not the same. Like every time I say this, I take darshan of the Lord, somebody else takes darshan of the Lord, and Srila Prabhupada takes darshan of the Lord. We think it's the same. Yes? But actually it's not. It's not. The vision I have for my mother, yes, the way I look at my mother is not the same as you guys are going to look at her. Correct? Is the rasa going to flow between you guys and my mom? It's not. It's going to be with me because I have a connection, relation, right? So the same way, the way we view Lord Jagannath, the way we view Krishna, totally different for each and every one of us. It is not the same at all. And I was thinking, why? Mahaprabhu, who's Mahaprabhu in this context? Krishna himself, but and Jagannath Puri, what will we say who's Mahaprabhu? He's Jagannath. He's Jagannath, right? Yeah, devotee and Jagannath, right? He's Jagannath. The person in the temple, you're serving Jagannath, you're in the temple, but you do not know Mahaprabhu's pastimes. Who is Jagannath? It's amazing. It's very amazing to see that you can have multiple views. And that's why when we are chanting, when we are worshipping the Lord, when we are actually taking up devotional service, it is not the same. And that's why we need a spiritual master. Who said that? Oh, everybody there. But then we need a spiritual master. Why? You have a specific vision. Because over here Prabhupada says, dry speculations and impersonal interpretations by artificial means are all useless. Yes, are all useless. Bhaktya mama jananti, only by devotional service Krishna can be known. And even in that devotional service, there are various departments. There are various ways you can view the Lord. If a person like me can have many relations in this world, different kinds, right? Even in friendships you have a close friend, yes, a best friend, and hi-bye friend. Yes? And usually devotees have relations the similar way. They're Haribol devotees. Haribol, how are you? Everything good? Oh, very nice. Okay, chalo, aage chalo. And then we have deeper connections. Guhyam akhyati prachyati. So we have to focus that, where we are. That's another topic. But the thing is that imagine Krishna being unlimited. He is going to have unlimited possibilities to actually interact with him, even in the same rasa. Yes, even in the same rasa. That's why it's very important for us when we view Jagannath, when we look at Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, it's not the same for all of us. And that's why when Mahaprabhu looks at Jagannath, that's totally different. That's totally different. Yes, that's why when we hear pastimes of Jagannath in general, they are general pastimes. Yes, that this devotee this happened, this devotee that happened, and Jagannath is awesome. Yes, and then we go to Vrindavan, yeah, Krishna is awesome. And then you go to Dwarka, Dwarkadish to paisa wala bhai. Money and money, so much money. Tirupati Balaji, they'll all talk about visas and Balaji and all of that stuff, right? And then there is this visa Balaji also, somewhere, You get visas over there, specifically. So then, the point is that all these pastimes are nice, they are all perfect, they bring us closer to the Lord. But to develop the special relation which Mahaprabhu sees the Lord is totally out of the world. Why is it out of the world? Because it is Mahaprabhu who is looking at him. And who is Mahaprabhu? He is the Lord himself. He is the Lord himself. I took 4 years to understand that this personality who's standing on the altar, on the rightmost, or my rightmost, your leftmost, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityanand Prabhu, is Krishna. He's not just a saint. Yes, people say, have you seen God? Can you give proof of God? 500 years back, here, you have God. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. No, but you might think he's God. No, then you go and study. It's your issue, not mine. The Acharya Jiva Goswami saying Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is God is good enough for me to accept that Mahaprabhu is God. Because Jiva Goswami, Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami are not idiots. They are not just fanatic people who just sit under a tree, one tree a night. Nobody can do that. And they are claiming that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself. Say Krishna, say Jai Gaura, say Krishna, say Jagannath. They all are the same personality. And that's why when actually Gaur Govind Maharaj, he explains how actually Jagannath, there are so many stories how Jagannath came, right? Indradumna Maharaj does this and that, and then in Dwarka they hear, and then Narada Muni sees and gives a blessing. There's one more story, but Gaur Govind Maharaj gives this story. And I heard it like 2 days back, and I was like, wow. It really gives another vision to look at Jagannath. Because in my head, when I was a child, 5th, 6th, on Doordarshan, we had the Doordarshan channel, right? So on Doordarshan, usually they'll broadcast Puri Rath Yatra, wherever Rath Yatra was there. And I used to see, only once I had seen that big chariots, and they'll be moving, and then they'll view, zoom in to whose face? Jagannath's face, right? And I was bewildered to look at him. Why? I was like, Jagannath is over there. But I was like, what is this they are worshipping? He doesn't look like God at all. Krishna, we understand, Basuri and everything and all that stuff. Shaligram also to one extent. Jagannath? Are we sure they should be worshipping a ghost? I used to think like that. I'm like, kuch bhi karte hai log. Everything goes in India, right? So maybe people are crazy out there. They're serving something. But till the time I didn't go to an ISKCON temple, I had no clue who was Jagannath. The name Jagannath itself means what? Lord of the universe. But in Pune, I didn't know Jagannath. In India, I did not know Jagannath. And he's Lord of the universe. How in the world do we capture that? But by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, yes, his name befits him now. Yes, we are going to celebrate Rath Yatra next week. It's not a common thing. It's not a Hindu religious thing. It's establishing that yes, the personality you're seeing on the card is the Lord of the universe. He's not a sectarian Lord in India, in Puri, localized to only Puri. No, he's everywhere. Every town and village. We have big Rath Yatras. Yes. So Krishna one time in Dwarka, he's actually in separation from Srimati Radharani, and he's actually rolling off on the ground and actually becomes unconscious. And Uddhava, Subhadra, Balram, Narada Muni, all of them are there, and they cannot handle seeing the Lord like this. So Narada Muni is like, maybe let me chant Vrindavan pastimes so that the Lord will like it, he'll wake up and our problem is solved. But then Narada Muni, Uddhava says that if you do that, the first thing the Lord will want to do is that, what would he want to do after he gets up? But then how, where will he see? Where does Srimati Radharani live? Vrindavan, right? So he would want to go to Vrindavan because he's not been to Vrindavan for so long. So then, we cannot do all that. So then Narada Muni says to Uddhava, you will take him to Vrindavan. What's the problem? You take Uddhava, you tell the Vrajavasis that he is going to come. So that they are prepared and all, and when they meet, we'll bring him back again. Uddhava said, no, I am not going to volunteer for this seva because I did that. And for 3 months I was there. I went to console these people. I thought they were idiots. They are doing this bhakti and all, but the real thing is, something higher. But they taught me something which I didn't know at all. Yes. So I cannot go. And I already promised them that I'm going to tell Krishna that you should come back. You should come back. So I'm not going to go. Then they turned to Balram. He's like, no, I also went. Nanda and Yashoda, I cannot see their pitiful situation again. And I promised them that every single day I was telling Krishna, let's go, but he didn't listen. So I won't go. So Subhadra volunteers, she says that, I have never gone to Vrindavan. I will go. But then they won't listen to you because they have been cheated twice. But no, this time I'm going to sit with them, tell Yashoda Mai that you don't worry, this time really Krishna is going to come back. This whole pastime that Krishna actually comes back to Vrindavan. In Bhagavatam it's given, or usually we know that he didn't return. But the acharyas give that at the end of the pastimes of Krishna, he actually goes to Vrindavan. And then there is the meeting, and Maharaj actually took this katha this time in Vrindavan Yatra. So it was so nice. So then, I forgot where I was. Subhadra, right? So she says that yes, Yashoda, I will console Yashoda. Everything will be nice. So let's go. And then Narada Muni actually plays his veena. He starts singing Vrindavan pastimes. And Balram and Subhadra actually are way ahead. Balram actually sits in the chariot. Subhadra Mai following him. Yes, that's how in Puri it happens, right? Balram goes first. Subhadra Mai later. And then Krishna. And then they reach Vrindavan, And in the separation of the Vrajavasis, Subhadra Mai and Balram, they cannot hold their forms at all. And they turn into the forms which we see today, Balram and Subhadra. In ecstasy, they actually withheld all their hands and arms, hands and legs. And in Dwarka, Narada Muni just starts chanting. Krishna wakes up and he sits, he runs. He's like, where am I? Uddhava, why? What are you doing in Vrindavan? Where's my flute? Where can I see my flute? And then he also runs, he sits on the chariot and he goes. But the first thing he goes to Nidhivan, where they used to have Ras Leela pastimes. And Srimati Radharani actually is sitting with Lalita Devi, putting her head on Lalita Devi's lap, and she's crying profusely in separation of Krishna. I won't go into the separation pastime because I had to complete something else. But seeing that, Krishna seeing her in that position, he actually starts manifesting his Jagannath form. And Lalita Devi seeing them together, she actually moves back. She actually sees Krishna and he's become Jagannath. Why? Because seeing Srimati Radharani, his eyes blossom like big lotus flowers. He has a big smile and he cannot withhold his emotions. That's why his eyes become all, they're big eyes. He's actually looking at Srimati Radharani, trying to absorb her beauty. And hence, after seeing Jagannath in that form, Lord Krishna in that form, Srimati Radharani can't withhold her emotions. He actually falls on the ground because he's become like wood, still like wood. He actually falls down. And when Srimati Radharani actually consoles him and brings him back to life, literally external conscious, Krishna says over there that, that I will come in this form again, as Jagannath, Baldev and Subhadra. Why? In the separation of seeing you in that form. Srimati Radharani's Vira Bhav. And Srimati, one more thing. I will come as Jagannath, that's one thing, to see your separation. But I will come as you, having the mood of your separation. I will come as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then as Jagannath, I will enjoy seeing you in front of me. But as Mahaprabhu, I'll have your feelings for me. And you will see, I will see how you see, through your eyes. And that's why Maharaj was explaining that actually he explained this pastime for 1 hour. I'm summarizing this. But when Mahaprabhu actually, the Snan Yatra happens in Jagannath Puri, right? He cannot withhold his emotions not seeing the Lord for 15 days. He actually goes to Alarnath. Yes, we all know these details. The point of these kathas is that sometimes we show off that we know more. Yes? If I know some pastime more than you, that means I am better. Yes, that's a better word. I was going to say superior, but okay, better is a better. Because in this material world, all these information, who has most information, he deemed to be better. If some Janma Aishwarya Shruti Shri bhi, yes, somebody has nice looks, he looks very beautiful, obviously he's better. Yes, he has a nice body, she has a nice body, nice hair, nice eyes. All the songs which these people sing today are all about this. Yes? Yes? All those Hindi songs, if you hear, what beautiful eyes. And then they'll express, I'll bring, the moon for you. And you do not have, in Hindi say, aipat nahi hai kamane ki, you will bring the moon and all. What nonsense. And it is all teenager stuff, right? But this is seeping into the 30s also. People do that later in life also. That's another issue, but yeah. But all these details, we feel that we become senior because we know. And we sometimes quote these pastimes to just show that, you don't know this? I know this pastime. I know this. And then we start thinking that, the guru also doesn't know this. My senior doesn't know this. That means I am so much better at it. And that's why it is said, dry speculators. It is useless. Why? Because inside we do not have anything. We do not know what these pastimes mean. And that's why when Srimati Radharani actually sees, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu didn't see Krishna for 15 days, the day when the altar opened, he gets his paint and everything, Nava Yovanam, right? He becomes refreshed. And is ready to give darshan to his devotees. Mahaprabhu runs. Yes, runs to see the Lord. To see in his new vesh. Yes, vesha means the dress. For Janmashtami, for Radhashtami, for Gaur Purnima. When the Lord dresses up, in our heads, I'm just going to highlight my issue, everybody's issue rather. When he comes and he gives his darshan at 7 o'clock in the morning, and it's a working day, right? What do we tell ourselves? Darshan to har pura din hoga. Yes? Why do I need to take darshan in the morning? I'll take it in the evening when the festival is there. I'm so busy, I cannot come so far. Which is true. True in a fact. But the point is that it shows our lack of devotion so much. Very much. Why? Because Radha Madhav Hari is getting dressed. It's like they start dressing him as soon as the altar closes. At least the big deities. Yes? And the small deity because they have to do the pujas and all, right? So from 5:15 till 7, they are getting dressed. And on festival, they get even dressed more. Right? Till 8 o'clock, we do not open the altar. But we stand over here, why? Sometimes we come. It's like, it's good to be here, right? It's nice. हमें कुछ पुण्य मिल जाएगा, मेरे बेटे को अच्छे मार्क्स आ जाएंगे, शादी हो जाएगा, I'll get more money, I'll get this, I'll come for Rath Yatra and then this will happen, that will, which is all true. But the way Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw Jagannath after those 15 days, Maharaj says that Mahaprabhu's eyes were thirsty, like a honeybee is thirsty for the nectar of a lotus flower. And Jagannath was like that big lotus flower. He was drinking the nectarian juice from Jagannath. Kya samjha? What did you guys understand? Obviously nothing, I know. But the thing is that it is a fact. It is a fact. Because I've seen people, they have changed. Like I've seen my family members. You start seeing when they practice devotional service, right? They start seeing the beauty of the Lord. They were seeing the same person few years back, but now they are appreciating. Why? It's the same stone deity, right? Same dressing, the person who's dressing is the same. But Nava Yovanam. Krishna is Nava Yovanam. He is not interacting you with external beauty. He's interacting with the soul. And that's why when Mahaprabhu looks at Jagannath, big eyes, he's expanding his eyes to take in more and more. His eyes are watery, but he's not closing his eyes. Why? Because he doesn't want to spend even a moment. Because Yugaitam Nimishena. Yes? We have Nimesh Prabhu, right? I got to know what is the meaning of that. One moment. Yes? Yeah, 1/12th moment, right? 1/12th of a moment, something like that. No, 1/12th of a second is a moment. It's like a yuga. That's separation. Sometimes, I have I've heard from people, and one of this person, he says that, 3 months away from family, you know what I'll have to do? I have to go every other week and meet them. And I was like shocked. Every other week you need to meet your family, but I'm like, it's only 3 months, right? Why do you need to meet them? Only 3 months and then you'll be with them, right? And then somebody else was telling me, you don't know how it is. You're not married, right? You don't know what it means. मैंने कहा अरे बाप रे ऐसा भी होता है क्या? 3 months you can't tolerate? मैंने कहा wow, that's like amazing. मैंने कहा amazing. Maybe I'll fall into it. I don't know. You get attached. But material attachment can make you go crazy. Like a drug addict. He runs for the drugs. He'll do anything. He'll beg, borrow, steal for those drugs. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is like that. Soaking in all the nectar from Jagannath. We don't have that. And that's why when we view Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra on the chariot, it's really another amazing experience. Depends on our bhakti. Bhaktya mama bijananti. Only by bhakti. And that's why when people say, we have to be very careful. When people say, what is this chanting? Like my uncle, he won't know I said it. But this year when I was talking to him, right, he was explaining how things are and this and that. And he has no clue what we do. No clue. Like zero clue. Even though he might go to the temple with me, otherwise he won't go at all. But he'll just take what? Hare, wo Mahaprasad Laddu is very nice. Juhu temple, Mahaprasad Laddu. You bring. Other than that, what is this? Yeah, it's a normal temple, right? ISKCON temple is just a normal temple. It's only that we do not worship other gods. That's it. Right? Externally speaking, that is a fact. What are we doing? We are also chanting. They are also talking something on the Vyasasana, right? But the thing is that when I was shocked I was telling him, he's like, don't you feel like, there are nobody over there. Do you want to come back? Are you okay? Do you have family? What is this and what is that? Are you feeling lonely? All that stuff he'll be talking. And I was telling him, like, no, I'm okay. Everything is nice. I have my Lord, I worship, we have the community, everybody is nice, everything is good. He had zero clue what it means to actually worship in a way that it has nothing to do to gain. You're getting my point? That you're worshipping the Lord, you're coming to the temple not to gain something from here, not to gain something that it will better my material life. They have no clue. And I was like, that is so sad. Why? Because they will never experience what it means to see through Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's eyes and to actually drink the nectar of Krishna's beauty. The only beauty they know is in the television. Yes? This actress, that actor. And that's it. They can never see what the devotees are seeing. And it is so sad. Right? And I was thinking, mani man mein main to has raha tha. Maine kaha, whatever it is, Shouldn't say that. But I was like, if I say anything, he's going to chastise me. I'm like, it's better I don't say anything. But just, I'm going to come to the actual katha which I was going to give. Because it's Rath Yatra, so I said those things. The most important aspect in bhakti is that Krishna will always protect us, no matter what our situation, you know. Actually, when Radhanath Maharaj actually gives classes, right, after 45 minutes and 1 hour, he will say, now I'll start my class. But we do not have the facility to do here, so I'm going to be fast. So, in Srimad Bhagavatam, I was reading that over here, Krishna is saying that who does bhakti, that person will come to me. Correct? So we need to actually do all this, tapa, everything, austerity and all these things, and then actually approach Krishna, right? And it is difficult. But Krishna being Krishna, I just wanted to highlight this point of Lord Jagannath, that why Krishna loves Vrindavan and how he does it in Vrindavan is totally different from any other avatar you've ever seen, ever. And the pastime is very simple. Everybody has heard the pastime of Putana? Yes? And even I have read the pastime of Putana. So many times Maharaj gives that class. Big deal. But the point is that it's not interesting as much as we read it, Why? What happens in the summary? Putana comes to Vrindavan. And then Krishna is God. And then what does Putana do? He gives her milk to Krishna, which is with poison. And then ho gaya, khatam. Krishna killed her. Wah wah, Hari bol. Yes, okay, move on to the next pastime. Then Shakatasura comes, right? But if we actually hear from Acharyas, right, and these great souls, how they relish Srimad Bhagavatam, and that's why I was going to talk on this actually. How Bhagavatam is so relishable, so interesting. Can't imagine. Harry Potter can never be this interesting. Ever at all. You cannot take rasa out of it, because it is not relished by the people who have given up everything. Yes, people have given up their lives for Krishna and then they say, I'm attracted to Srimad Bhagavatam. It's amazing to see. Putana, actually the name itself, Putana, is actually a name of a caste. Like, we have a caste called Mai, in Maharashtra. Mali. What does Mali mean in Hindi? Gardener, right? So I am from that background, But my last name is not that. But the thing is that once you are that gardener kind of a, background, so it's expected that you will do gardening stuff. That's how it was in the previous times, right? Varna and Ashrama. So Putana is also a caste. They also have their duties. And what was the duty of the caste of Putana? Killing babies, eating their flesh and drinking their blood. Killing babies. Yes. And Maharaj was saying that these days it's not actually that different. Why? People are eating cow flesh. Not of mature cows. Yes? We know what is veal, right? V-E-A-L. It's a calf. How evil. Yes? But Putana is much more evil. She's killing human babies. And that's the caste she comes from. And her name is also Putana. Why? Because she is the perfect caste representative. You'll have MLAs and everywhere in Lok Sabha and, all these places. They're representing a community, right? She's representing the community so perfectly that her name is Putana. That is what Radha Govind Maharaj says. And she is the first person. Kamsa is like so terrified. He is also so evil that he wants to kill a baby. He has already killed 6 children. The 7th one was a miscarriage. The 8th one was Yogamaya. And she says, Kamsa, you're a fool. Yes, the killer, your murderer or killer is already taken birth somewhere else. And that's why he's on a hunt to kill a 10-day, 15-day old child. How bad he can be. And then Putana says, don't worry. Imagine Putana is so powerful, but Kamsa is much more powerful to actually control her. Can't even imagine that. And Putana flies in the air. she enters Gokula. Yes? Nandagaon. Mahavan, right? She enters Gokula, but she cannot enter in her form. Yes? Maharaj was saying that usually these days, people need more and more cosmetics. The cosmetic industry is like you can gain millions and billions over there. Why? People don't like themselves. Putna did not like herself. That's why she turned into a very beautiful Apsara. And similarly, Maharaj was saying, do not feel offended. But these days, people are doing the same thing. Growing their hair, having nice cosmetics. Why? Because we do not like ourselves. We do not want to be old. We do not want to be diseased. We do not want to show off that I'm weak. Right? Expensive clothes to show off. And Putana, Maharaj said, do not feel bad, okay? And I'm also saying, do not feel bad. But then she's decorating herself so beautifully that when she walked into Nandagaon, Gokul actually, she walked into Gokul, everybody was looking at her. And it was in the evening. Everybody was looking at her. Wow! Amazing. What a beautiful lady. She's so beautiful, we can't even imagine. And she's walking. And everybody is looking at her. And then she asked someone, oh, which is the biggest, who has the latest, who's got the baby, somebody has, so many children took birth, but which is the main place over here, who's actually, So everybody pointed out to Nanda Maharaj's place. Why? Because they all loved Nanda Maharaj and Krishna. So they wanted the best for him. So she should go to the best house in Gokul. They had no clue. They were very simple people, right? They are simple people. And she reaches, and Yashoda and Rohini are there. They look at her, they are shocked. She directly approaches Krishna. At least my mom, in my childhood, my cousins and my relatives will say, she will not give me to unknown people at all. Even to known people, she won't give. Even today, my mom will say that, oh, that relative has come to your place, wash your dishes properly. She doesn't wash properly. She'll say all these things. Because she doesn't trust anyone. Not even her family members. But over here, Yashoda, it's Krishna. They were so shocked to see Putana over there that they were like, so beautiful. This is Lakshmi. Lakshmi is in search for her husband Narayan. And our Krishna is just like Narayan. Maybe she's come for him. And Sukadeva Goswami says, she is like a beautiful sheath. But inside it's a very sharp sword. Yes, sheath, like the sword thingy? Very beautiful, very decorated. But inside it's a very sharp, razor's edge, sword to actually cut your head off. And that's why Maharaj says over there, sometimes, even as devotees, we have to be very careful. And that's why we question always, that are we really like that? Are we having duplicitous nature? Or are we really, sincere? Because in Putana's case, Maharaj was saying that the ego is so good out there. Maybe as whoever we are, we might think that we are doing something great. But the thing is that as devotees, as anybody actually, the thing Maharaj was saying is that the ego is so bad that you can convince yourself. Putana convinced herself that killing babies is actually good. It is actually her dharma. Yes. And that's why for us actually as a community also, it's very difficult. Because we do not come directly from India and where, you have a strong, people will actually put you down and say so many things over there. But if you hear all these guest speakers which will come, right? They won't say all these things to us. Why they won't say it? Because they are guests. Yes, they are guests. They won't come and say that, oh, you have this problem, you have that problem, you have that problem. They won't. And actually devotees don't do that. But in Putana's case over here, Maharaj was saying that even as devotees, the ego can bewilder us so badly that we can think we are doing devotional service, but we are actually engrossed in our own ego, thinking that this is best for the community, for the temple, for this, for that. But actually it's best for whom? For myself. It's very important, very important. Usually on Sunday feast we do not say all these things, but that's the only time when devotees come together, so we have to say it, right? But Maharaj was very emphatic about this point, that it is, and I've seen, it's very difficult to introspect, even as devotees. Even as devotees, it's very difficult to introspect, because we think, I have this duty, I have that duty, so obviously I cannot do these things. But is it our ego? Or is it, really you can't do it? Then that's fine. If you're sincere, well and good. Simple people like Yashoda and Rohini, they are simple. They just saw Lakshmi in front of them. And they thought, she's come for the betterment for us. But Haldar Maharaj was saying, actually these days nobody's simple. Everybody has a duplicitous nature. Everybody has that tendency to exploit and to actually, validate using bhakti and shastras that they are perfect. I have done it so many times. I have done it so many times. And I have thought about it also. But when we are new to Krishna consciousness, and then we are not trained properly, then we start seeing all these things and there's nobody to tell us. Why? Why would anybody care? Yes. The Guru comes once in a while, and in our case, we have to go and see, somewhere else, and it's difficult. It's difficult. So Putana is validating herself and trying to kill Krishna. Very serious issue she has. Very serious ones, explicitly speaking. And then she's over there taking the baby, and she looks at Krishna. Krishna closes his eyes. You know why Krishna closed his eyes? Anybody knows? I'll just take 10 minutes more. No? She's not in, okay, that's one, actually very nice, okay. He's about to kill her, so he doesn't want to kill a woman, and so all that stuff, yeah. Very nice. So many, there are at least 19 to 20 meanings to what? Why Krishna closed his eyes. And you know what Radhanath Maharaj says? He says that 21st meaning maybe. He says that Krishna closed his eyes so that all these acharyas can give wonderful commentaries. That why he closed his eyes, And everybody was laughing, Because they're such wonderful ones, how they philosophically prove. And she picks him up, a tiny baby, no compassion. And she puts him closer to her breast, which is, tinged. Usually we say, right, anointed with bhakti. Our eyes should be anointed with bhakti, right? Her breasts were anointed with halahal. You know what is halal poison? The poison which came out from the ocean. And who kept it? Lord Shiva. It is so poisonous. And she's smeared on her breasts to kill a small child. She looks at him like a snake coiled up. She thinks it's a rope, but she doesn't know it's a snake. And Yashoda and Rohini are like, maybe you are meant to be his mother. Not me. She's so caring, she's so loving, she's faking all those things. Yes, and devotees as we do that, yes or no? If I don't like somebody, I will still say, Hare Krishna, how are you, Prabhu? Like, this guy, useless, Yes, that's what Putana is doing, explicitly. She hates that child. Yes, duplicitous nature. She hates that child. And Krishna can see the duplicity, dupliciousness. He can see all that. He starts sucking her breast. And now this is the most important one which I want to highlight, how Krishna is so wonderful. She has touched Krishna. She has given her breast to Krishna. Krishna is actually touching her. After a while, there, please drink more and more. You'll be a very nice child in the future. And in her heart, she's saying, Abhi to tum marega. You'll die. And Kamsa will be so happy. I am so happy that I did Kamsa's work. Karmanyavadi karaste. She's attached to her work. And then after a moment, Krishna actually starting pressing her nerves. Maharaj says. And he is the best acupuncturist in that way. He's pressing such nerves that her whole body is starting to pain and ache, each and every part of her body. And he's pressing it so gently, but it's paining her so much. She's like, Lalla, aram se. Lalla, aram se. Do not hurt me. Do not hurt me. And then she cannot tolerate. She's actually left. She's put her hands in the air. But still, Krishna is caught onto her. A small kid, 10 days old, held his feet on her breast. His hands on her breast. How can he hold her? Not possible. But still he's done it. He's not leaving her at all. She's shouting in agony. Radha Govind Maharaj says the most wonderful thing. Now this is the highlight of the story. The thing is that in Vishnu, as Narasimhadev touched Hiranyakashipu, and what did he do? Surgery, killed him. Varahadev with Hiranyaksha smashed him to pieces. Yes? With Gajendra and the crocodile, Vishnu came and took the chakra and killed the crocodile. Yes? Krishna with all the other demons, with one punch, everything was done. In Dwarka, he's killing with swords. Krishna is playing the pastime of a human. In every single pastime, Krishna has never actually given his lotus feet to any of the demons. His lotus feet are reserved for whom? For the devotees. And for those devotees who have given up everything, the Paramhamsas, Shukdev Goswami, Amrish Maharaj, even Amrish Maharaj hasn't had his head or touched by the Lord's feet. Arjuna is pressing his feet, Lakshmi Devi is pressing his feet. Bali Maharaj, Atma Nivedanam, yes. But what has Putana done? What has she done till now? Has she done chanting Hare Krishna? She's dancing in Gaur Arti. She's taking prasad somewhere. She has come with the evil intention to kill Krishna. Kill Krishna. And what is he doing? He is giving her the best of the best even Vishnu doesn't give. Lord Ram, he didn't give that to Ravana. What is Krishna doing? He's pressing his feet. She's saying, leave me, you rascal. He's holding her up. He's held on to her. We are saying, Lord, please come into our hearts. Let us see you. He's not coming. We are not seeing him. But over here, Putana has done nothing at all. And still, Krishna is holding on to her. What has Putana done? She has done nothing. In the past life, yes, Bali Maharaj and all that stuff. But this life, she's killed babies. Nothing. So then, she dies and we all know that point. So Radha Govind Maharaj says this thing. Why is Krishna saying all this? He's trying to tell us all that as Krishna, at the beginning, the first demon which I kill in Braj, I will give her what? He didn't just kill her and send her to, Patal Lok or Narak. He sent her to Golok Vrindavan, where we want to go. To Yashoda Mai's assistant as a nurse. How is that possible? It's not possible. Krishna being the benefactor of all, he is Sarva Karana Karam. That's why he is the supreme personality of Godhead. No other God, demigod or Vishnu avatar can do this, which Krishna did, overlooking everything what she has done. Telling us that if you approach me, imagine she had done nothing. She has always been evil. Imagine the people who are chanting Hare Krishna every day, who are trying to give their lives for Krishna, trying to preach the message of Krishna. Will he not protect? Avashya Rakshita. Krishna will always protect. Always protect. And that's why we should have that faith. And that's why when we are participating in Rath Yatra, participating in big festivals, we should wholeheartedly do service. Even though it might pain us, but we should do service. Why? Because Krishna is doing for us so much. Srila Prabhupada, actually he came to give us Jagannath. He came to give us this Krishna, which Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sees through his eyes. Not that Krishna which everybody else sees. Very specific Krishna. So we should be very fortunate to be sitting over here, trying to chant Hare Krishna, trying to practice, whether we are faking it or not. Krishna is going to see, because we are connected to whom? We are connected to Srila Prabhupada. You know, that personality who took Rath Yatra all over the world, which was never to be seen before. It was not possible ever. No Hindu community, no other Acharya could have done it. It was only and only because of Srila Prabhupada's grace that we are able to actually see Lord Jagannath, Baldev and Subhadra sit on the chariot. You know, and the moment that chariot moves, you know, it is a feeling of pride in our heart that I am connected to something so great that the world has never seen it. Even Narada Muni and all these acharyas come and take shelter. Why? Not take shelter. They actually come to see the Rath Yatra because it's something so miraculous in the desert of Arizona to actually see Lord Jagannath give his mercy all over the world. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. Miracle on 22nd Avenue. So we'll stop here today. Srila Prabhupada ki, Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maharani ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hare Hare Bol. Any questions? We don't have time anyways, but yeah. Why would you have questions? Oh, you have question. Thank God somebody asked.
What does it mean to approach Krishna?
In what sense?
You said that we cannot approach Krishna.
With an evil intent, yeah.
What does it mean to approach Krishna? Do you have to physically come to the temple to approach Krishna, or is it also in the heart?
Oh. You are much more, you would know this answer much more better than I do, but thank you for asking that. The thing is that in Bali Maharaj's pastime we see, in Samudra Manthan we see actually, that the demigods and the demons are on the same side. They want they want Amrit, right? They want Amrit. And both of them do equal amount of effort. The demigods do equal amount of effort. The demons do equal amount of effort. It's not a slacking day that, demigods did more, that's why they got Amrit. But at the end of the whole thing, who actually got Amrit? Did the demons get it? Okay, so that is the basis for us. Radha Govind Maharaj Shukdev Goswami says, whoever we are, whatever, however bad we might be, however sinful we might be, the basis should be that we should be a devotee of the Lord first. How to be a devotee of the Lord first? Within our hearts, we know that our aim is to approach Krishna, to attain Krishna consciousness, to be in the association of devotees, however bad it might be. You're getting my point?
But how is it equal? Because the demigods got help from Krishna and Lord. So how is that equal force?
The thing... No, you're not understanding. The point is that the demigods and the demons, when they were pulling the Samudra Manthan, actually they did equal effort. They both were actually doing equal effort to get the Amrit. After the Amrit, that's another issue. But before the Amrit, they actually made equal efforts. They got help. They both got help. Vishnu did both for both. But in the end, the Amrit was given only to demigods. So over there Shukdev Goswami says that whoever we might not be actively coming to the temple, we might be passively coming, we might not think this is important, this is useless, whatever it is. But at least in our heart of hearts, we should try to become a devotee. Whether not physically, whether not, like, oh, I'm not doing 16, so I'm not a devotee. No. It's like in our heart of hearts, we should know that, no, I belong to Krishna. Avashya Rakshita. I belong to only Krishna. The only God I worship is Krishna. There's nobody else I do want. That's the only intention. Whatever I will have, good or bad, I will only approach Krishna. That's the first thing. Because if we do not have that basis, right? If we have that basis, Krishna will make sure that we will come to Him. Maybe not this lifetime, maybe later 10 years, whatever it is. But if we are a devotee and if we do not have that, then even though we might be chanting, we might not make so much progress. So approaching Krishna means that to actually in our hearts, to accept that no, I belong to this guy only. There's nobody I want to approach anymore. My destiny, my ultimate aim of life is to be with Him. To always be in His association. Whose association? Krishna's association and His devotees. And then slowly and steadily, however we might come to the temple and all that stuff is there, obviously. But that's the basis. If we have that, and if we always keep that in mind, that I am always a devotee of Krishna, and I chant Hare Krishna because I want Him, even though I might be a sinful person. I might be doing this, I might be a non-vegetarian, I might be, having drinking problems and all these things. No worries. We should still chant. We should always remain a devotee of Krishna. Because eventually the Amrit will come to the demigods. Why? Because the demigods are surrendered to Vishnu. Yeah, Krishna, whatever, yeah, sorry. But that's why we should always be careful of this point, So, Avashya Rakshita, Krishna will always protect. Maybe not in the way I want, but He's always there, however it might be. For Putana He did, to mere liye karega bhai. Utna to kar hi sakta hai. I'm not that evil as Putana. I hope not in your vision. But, utna to kar hi lega mere liye, yeah. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, everyone. There's a lot of space in the front. We've got prasadam coming, so if you move, or is it already here? If you move a little bit forward, it'll be easier for the prasadam to make its way to the table there. So just please move a little bit far forward so that we don't block that road, that walkway there. So big round of applause for His Grace Ananta Chaitanya Prabhu for the class this evening. So my question, what is next Sunday? We heard if Rath Yatra. Okay. What time? Where? Wow. Okay. Thank you so much. So Tumbleweed Park. We will be there next Sunday for our Rath Yatra program. It's the first time we are going to be at Tumbleweed Park, and also it's the first time where we are not the organizers. It's BHO who's organizing the Makar Sankranti program there, and we have been invited there to take our chariot and have a parade there. So please join us. We are going to make it one of the best, hopefully, Rath Yatras in Chandler. So especially for you all, because you find it easier to come to Chandler, and I've been requested so many times to have the chariot festival at Tumbleweed Park, and I always resisted it, because when I walk it, I think to myself, there's no way we can have a Rath Yatra here, but the Lord made it happen this year, and I'm very grateful. And so please join us, and let's see how it all works out. There'll be a lot of fun activities. Just besides the Rath Yatra, there's going to be kite flying, with the Makar Sankranti program. And we'll also have a lot of children's activities. We'll have henna, face painting. We'll have our book stall and some spiritual paraphernalia there as well. And usually there are many food stalls there, and also a few other activities provided by other vendors there. So please join us on the 18th of January. It's a Sunday. And the next day, I believe, is a holiday, so hopefully you can stay there as long as you wish. But the program finishes at 5 because of lighting. There's no lighting available there, so we have to wrap up by 6 o'clock. So the program is from 11 to 5. So try not to be late. Thank you so much. And spread the word around. We have a lot of flyers here and all around in the temple. There's some sponsorship it's also available if you'd like to make any donation for that. Anybody sponsoring over $500, you can do the first arati as well before the chariot leaves the area near the rec hall. You can break the coconut and perform the arati to the deities there. And then at 1 o'clock, there's going to be a Bhog arati. So those of you who would like to offer something to the deities, we just ask you to bring small quantities. Is Madhumai Mataji here? I thought I saw her. So we are just going to ask you for just small sattvic prasadam in small bowls that we are going to offer at 1 o'clock to their lordships for the Bhog. And we are trying to get to 56 numbers. So if you can bring sattvic prasadam, you can drop it here by the evening of Saturday, 17th, or just bring it to the park, and there will be a table there where the bhoga will be accepted. So that's on the 18th itself. And okay, so that is the Rath Yatra festival. Today's sponsor for the feast is Subramaniam Ravi Kumar, in memory of their father. Is the family here? Subramaniam family? Ravi Kumar. Please go ahead and give them a round of applause. We'll catch up with them later. And we have Lord Nityananda Prabhu's appearance day on the 30th of January. It's a Friday. And the program is going to be at the temple between 11 and 1. So please join us if you can, and we are fasting till noon on that day. So Friday, 30th of January, please join us for the appearance, celebrating the appearance of Lord Nityananda, and 11 to 1 at the temple. There'll be Kirtan, Katha, Pushpanjali, Arati and Prasadam. So, and if you can RSVP to us, it would be nice so we can prepare Prasadam accordingly, because it's a weekday and we know that it may be difficult for some people to attend, but those of you can, please join us on 30th of January. And we have a morning sadhana program every day from 5 to 6. As I mentioned earlier, we have Srimad Bhagavatam reading from 5:40 to 6, and before that we have chanting. And then we also have Srimad Bhagavatam classes at the temple from 7:35 to 8:15. That's via Zoom. And on Facebook Live and YouTube. Also, the morning program is on YouTube and via Zoom. So if you're not able to join us at 5 o'clock, the program, the classes will be sitting there on the YouTube for you to join whenever you can. It's a nice way to have some discipline. If you can find some time that you can regularly listen to the classes, it's a good way to start the day. We have also started to read the Chaitanya Charitamrita in the evening. The adults read that from 8:30 to 8:50. And also the children have started to read Krishna book, and that is from 8 to 8:30. So do join us if you can. It's a nice way to end the day. And we have other reading programs. Please visit our Facebook page or our website for more details. And we have our Vedic school and Hindi classes available also. The classes have started again, resumed after the Christmas break. And our Women in Krishna Consciousness program has been postponed from yesterday to next month. So we'll have more details coming up, and Leelavati Mataji will let you all know. Puja and catering services are available at the temple. And we are looking for volunteers for the garden, taking care of our gardening. If anybody is interested, they can see Trivikrama Prabhu if you want to raise your hand. Prabhu has been taking care of our garden. He's really doing a great job. I really appreciate your service. And I think Ramesh Prabhu is helping, right? I don't see him here today, but so he's doing it with Ramesh Prabhu's help. But we are looking for a couple more helpers. And you don't have to come on Wednesdays. You can come on a Saturday or Sunday, but Prabhu can guide you how and where, what to do. And it's just small service, but you find that it's very heartening. You know, it really pays a lot of dividends when you see the Tulsi Mataji and all the flowers and vegetables coming up. We just took down a bunch of vegetables yesterday from the garden, and I think you might have that in your prasadam offering today, so in your feast today. So it's a nice service. Please see Trivikrama Prabhu. And I'm going to end here. We'll recite the prasadam prayers, and then we'll be forming one line for the blessings and one line for the prasadam. Children and elderly people will come first, and the volunteers, and then the rest of us will join the line. But before I go, I'd like to invite Shri Govind Prabhu and Rupa Vilasini Mataji to come and receive blessings of their lordships. They've been managing a Bhakti Vriksha program. After COVID, we have sort of died down, but Prabhu has been doing a really great job, and I really appreciate his service. Please give them a big round of applause, and Prabhu and Mataji, if you can come and receive Mahaprasad. We have the Bhakti Vriksha program between 7 and 9 at Prabhu's home or other participants. And I think we are in chapter 7, right? Chapter 7 of Bhagavad Gita now. So please join us, join them if you can, and you can talk to them how you can join them. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Mahaprasade Govinde, Nama Brahmane Vaishnave, Swalpa Punyavatham Rajan, Vishvaisvane Vajayate, Sharira Vidyajay, Jadendriya Tahekal, Jive Fele Vishay Sagare, Taramati Jvati, Lobhamaya Sudurmati, Takede Takade Na Samsare, Krishna Bado Dayamai, Kari Bara Jiva Jai, Swaprasadana Dilubhai, Sayana Mritapao, Shri Radha Krishna Gunagao, Premada Koshri Chaitanya Nitai, Jai Nimai Jai Nitai, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Shri Bhagavad Mahaprasadam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Gaur Premanande.
heavy. No, not plastic. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Krishna Bhutale Srimad Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavati Prashata Deshate. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Shri Radha Madhav Hari ki Jai.
Hare